On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Bet.
To risk money on the result of an event or a competition, such as a race or game, to get more money, to have faith or confidence in something.
Examples:
Bet on a race. Bet my future. I bet that you know it.
Vast.
Enormous in size, number, amount, or quantity.
Examples:
Vast majority. Vast desert. A vast audience viewed the broadcast.
Pulse.
The regular heartbeat as it sends blood around the body, especially when it is felt at the wrist or side of the neck, a solid regular vibration of sound, electric current, light, or other waves.
Examples:
A weak pulse. Pulse waves. The cardiac monitor displays the intensity of your pulse.
Nightclub.
A venue that typically operates late into the night, offering music, dancing, and drinks.
Examples:
Nightclub entertainment. Nightclub music. They decided to go to the nightclub to dance the night away.
Deadly.
Likely to cause or capable of causing death.
Examples:
Fight against the deadly disease. A deadly weapon. The members of religious organizations released deadly poisonous gas on a subway train.
Mass.
A large amount of a substance with no definite shape or form, a large number of people or things grouped or crowded together.
Examples:
A mass of molten rock. Critical mass. The mass of people who do not own property is politically impotent.
Nod.
To lower and raise one's head, sometimes several times, as to show approval, agreement, greeting, or confirmation.
Examples:
Nod at each other. Nod courteously. She nodded quietly in response to the question.
Hurricane.
A violent, tropical, cyclonic storm of the western North Atlantic, having wind speeds of or over 64 knots, 74 miles per hour.
Examples:
A hurricane of applause. The ravages of a hurricane. The devastating hurricane caused widespread damage and left many people homeless. Disaster. An unexpected event or series of events that cause widespread damage, destruction, or loss of life.
Examples:
Global disaster. Disaster recovery. The disaster response team worked around the clock to aid those affected by the earthquake. Continent. One of the Earth's large landmasses. Adjective, abstaining from your feelings, especially your desire to have sex.
Examples:
The inland of a continent. Continent urinary diversion. Flight across the continent was a daring adventure in its day.
Recognition.
The action or process of recognizing or being recognized, especially by remembering, an agreement that something is true or legal.
Examples:
Recognition award. Joint recognition. He was given recognition for his outstanding work in the field of medicine.
Confuse.
To mistake one thing for another, to make somebody hard to understand.
Examples:
Confuse the listener. Confuse fantasy with reality. Her remarks confused the debate.
Vulnerable.
Capable of being hurt or influenced physically or mentally.
Examples:
A vulnerable bridge. Vulnerable parts of the body. Infants and pregnant women are particularly vulnerable.
Sensitize.
To make someone or something more responsive to a particular stimulus or condition, to increase awareness or understanding of an issue, problem, or situation.
Examples:
Sensitize the immune system. Sensitize cells to radiation. We need to sensitize our staff to the needs of customers with disabilities.
Frequent.
Happening constantly.
Examples:
Frequent absence. Frequent use. His heartaches are less frequent now.
Coverage.
The reporting or news of an important event, sports, subject, etc., the amount, range, area, or quality of something that something provides.
Examples:
Full coverage insurance. Contractual coverage. The scandal received widespread media coverage.
Enormous.
Extremely large or great.
Examples:
Enormous amount. Enormous potential. Shakespeare's output of poetry was enormous.
Traumatic.
Relating to or caused by injury, especially emotional injury.
Examples:
Traumatic event. Traumatic brain injury. The experience was so traumatic that it left a lasting impact on the survivor's mental health.
Emotional.
Relating to people's feelings.
Examples:
Emotional health. Emotional distress. Human emotional responses vary widely depending on the society to which they belong.
Problematic.
Full of difficulties, difficult to deal with or solve.
Examples:
A problematic situation. Seems to be highly problematic. Direct democracy is effective in quickly resolving problematic situations within a community.
Shotgun.
A firearm that is designed to be fired from the shoulder and that typically fires several small metal balls or pellets called shot.
Examples:
A shotgun marriage. A 12-gauge shotgun. The robbers used a shotgun to threaten the store clerk.
Automatic.
Able to work or operate with little or no direct human control, independent of external control.
Examples:
Automatic operation. The automatic shrinking of the pupils. In passenger aircraft, it is common to use an automatic pilot during cruising.
Rifle.
A long-barreled firearm designed to be fired from the shoulder, typically with a rifled bore for accuracy.
Examples:
Rifle barrel. Hunting rifle. The police discovered a rifle case in the suspect's car during their investigation.
Bevy.
A large group or collection of people or things, particularly a group of birds or women.
Examples:
Bevy of options. Bevy of beauties. A bevy of birds was flying together in formation.
Homemade.
Made at home rather than in a factory or workshop.
Examples:
Homemade article. Homemade bread. I prefer homemade cookies over store-bought ones.
Yell.
To shout in a sudden and loud way.
Examples:
Yell for help. Yell as loud as we can. When I asked my father for more money, he became furious and yelled at me.
Underneath.
Under or below something else.
Examples:
Underneath the surface of the water. Underneath the laughter. The penny fell underneath the piano.
Wit.
The ability to say or write things or ideas in a clever and humorous way.
Examples:
The wit of man. Full of wit. He has the wit to keep talking about this topic.
Murder.
The crime of killing somebody intentionally.
Examples:
Murder in the second degree. Attempted murder. This intriguing murder mystery remains unsolved.
Huddle.
To crowd or press closely together, cuddle.
Examples:
Huddle in a temporary shelter. Huddle around the open fire. The children huddled together for warmth in the cold winter storm.
Shock.
A strong feeling or physical reaction to a sudden and unexpected event or experience, especially something unpleasant.
Examples:
Death from shock. Shock resistant. He got an electric shock at work.
Headache.
Pain in the head, someone or something that causes anxiety or trouble.
Examples:
Headache accompanied by fever. Bit of a headache. This pill will relieve your headaches immediately.
Sprain.
To injure a joint in your body by a sudden wrenching of it.
Examples:
Sprain a joint. Sprain my knee in a game. She sprained her ankles when she fell.
Ankle.
The part or joint connecting the foot to the leg.
Examples:
Ankle injury. Pair of ankle boots. He accidentally sprained his ankle playing squash.
Gunshot.
The sound or act of firing a gun or other firearm, usually accompanied by a loud explosion and a projectile that is propelled toward the target.
Examples:
Gunshot wound. Gunshot residue. The loud gunshot startled the wildlife in the nearby forest.
Associate.
To mentally connect someone or something with someone or something else.
Examples:
Associate alcohol with gambling. Associate with people widely. The majority of consumers associate this brand with quality.
Medical.
Relating to the treatment of illness or injuries, relating to the practice of medicine.
Examples:
A medical opinion. Temporary medical treatment. The medical team worked quickly to save the patient's life.
Definition.
A concise explanation of the meaning of a word, phrase, or symbol.
Examples:
A precise definition. The definition of a word. Parallel lines are, by definition, lines on the same plane that never cross.
Variable.
Likely to change or very often, noun, a symbol, like X or Y, that is used in mathematical or logical expressions to represent a value that may be changed.
Examples:
A variable species. A dependent variable. Rainfall in the tropics is highly variable.
Unpleasant.
Not enjoyable or comfortable.
Examples:
Unpleasant behavior. With unpleasant body odor. It is unpleasant to see criminal behavior even though it is minor.
Tissue.
An ensemble of similar cells of the animal or plant that together carry out a specific function.
Examples:
A facial tissue. Loss of muscle tissue. The researcher separated the nervous tissue for microscopic examinations.
Damage.
To harm or cause injury to something or someone, often resulting in decreased value or functionality. To impair or negatively affect something, such as a reputation or relationship. Noun, harm or injury that is caused to a person, thing, or entity.
Examples:
Damage a relationship. Damage assessment. During the surgery, the doctor had to be extremely cautious not to damage a blood vessel.
Mediate.
To try to bring about an agreement or understanding between people who are in conflict.
Examples:
Mediate allergic reaction. Mediate a negotiation. The teacher had to mediate a disagreement between two students over a stolen pencil.
Specific.
Clearly defined or particular to a certain thing or situation, distinct, explicit, and precise.
Examples:
Specific instructions. Industry-specific regulations. The scientist conducted a study that provided specific details about the species' behavior.
Nervous.
Worried and anxious about something, relating to the nerves.
Examples:
Development of the nervous system. Get nervous. He suffers from nervous breakdowns.
Fiber.
Thread or filament used to make a vegetable tissue, mineral material, or textile.
Examples:
Carbon fiber. Synthetic fiber. We must consume dietary fiber to maintain good health.
Brain.
The organ inside the head that is responsible for one's movement, thought, memory, and feeling.
Examples:
Basic brain function. Permanent brain damage. X-rays revealed a small tumor in his brain.
Conscious.
Being aware of and able to respond to what is happening around you.
Examples:
Conscious effort. Conscious of having succeeded. He became conscious that he was being followed.
Appreciation.
The act of recognizing and valuing the worth or importance of something or someone, gratitude or thankfulness, an increase in value over time.
Examples:
Express my appreciation. Appreciation for diversity. The artist received a lot of appreciation for his latest work.
Modify.
To change something slightly, such as a plan, option, law, etc., especially to make it more suitable for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Genetically modify food. Modify my behavior. We use adverbs to modify verbs and adjectives.
Mention.
To speak or write about something or someone briefly.
Examples:
Mention name. Mention in a report. I mentioned to him that I had seen his sister at the grocery store earlier that day.
Component.
One of several parts that combines with others to form something bigger.
Examples.
Key component. Spare components for cars. The researchers try to discover a common component in all types of successful organizations.
Introductory.
Intended as an introduction or preliminary, serving as a base or starting point.
Examples.
Introductory biology text. Product introductory sale. The introductory class was designed to give students a basic understanding of the subject.
Phrase.
A group of words that mean something specific when used together.
Examples.
Ready-made phrases. Noun phrase. We bought a Spanish phrase book.
Vital.
Necessary for the success or continued existence of something.
Examples.
Play a vital role. Vital for a healthy society. Perseverance and optimism are vital to success.
Emergency.
A sudden unforeseen crisis usually involving danger that requires immediate action.
Examples.
Emergency action. Acute emergency. The president declared a state of emergency.
Initial.
Of or happening at the beginning, noun, the first letter of a word, especially a person's name.
Examples.
Initial velocity. An initial letter. They took the initial step toward reconciliation.
Assess.
To judge or decide the nature or quality of someone or something.
Examples.
Assess a tax of £10. Assess the quality. Our company needs to assess the business impact of climate change.
Temperature.
The degree of hotness or coldness of a thing or place.
Examples.
Extreme temperatures. The atmospheric temperature. Cities around the world set records for highest temperatures this summer.
Respiration.
The process of inhaling and exhaling air to exchange oxygen and carbon dioxide with the environment, the total of the physiological processes by which living organisms metabolize oxygen and release carbon dioxide.
Examples.
Respiration rate. Artificial respiration. The doctor carefully monitored the patient's respiration during the surgery.
Movement.
A group of people working together to achieve a shared goal, especially a political, social, or artistic one, the process of moving or being moved, physically or figuratively.
Examples.
A circular movement. Movement of troops. The movement of the dancers on stage was graceful and elegant.
Adamant.
Having a very strong determination to do something and refusing to be influenced or persuaded. Noun, a legendary rock that is very hard and impossible to crush.
Examples:
Adamant refusal. Adamant to temptation. She was adamant about not changing her mind.
Patient.
A person who is receiving medical treatment, care, or attention from a healthcare professional, such as a doctor, nurse, or therapist, a personal quality or characteristic.
Examples:
Patient in the hospital. Patient with weight loss. The doctor carefully examined the patient's medical history.
Satisfaction.
A pleasant feeling you have when you have fulfilled a desire, need, or expectation or have achieved something.
Examples:
A sense of satisfaction. Customer satisfaction. The mediated settlement brought satisfaction to both sides.
Survey.
An investigation of the opinions, behavior, etc. of a particular group of people, made by asking people questions.
Examples:
A comprehensive survey. Recent survey. That survey shows that people are accepting the tax increase to some extent.
Outcome.
The result or effect of an action, event, etc.
Examples:
Improved student outcomes. A desirable outcome. They awaited news of the outcome of the election.
Implement.
To put a decision, plan, or system into effect.
Examples:
Implement a corporate strategy. Implement security measures. The government promised to implement a new system to control the financial crisis.
Promote.
To encourage or persuade people to like, buy, use, do, or support something, to raise someone to a higher position or rank.
Examples:
Promote a better relationship. Promote bad behavior. The government should do more to promote sustainable agribusiness.
Policy.
A set of rules, guidelines, principles, or procedures that govern decision-making or action, often used in the context of business or government. A course of action or plan of action adopted or followed by an organization or individual to achieve a goal or objective.
Examples:
Health policy. Foreign policy. The company's new policy on remote work has made it a more inclusive workplace.
Physician.
A medical doctor who practices medicine.
Examples:
The advice of the physician. Consult with a physician. She visited the local physician to seek treatment for her persistent headache.
Compensation.
Something, especially money, given or received as payment or reparation for a service or loss or injury.
Examples:
Unemployment compensation. Other forms of compensation. He claimed compensation for the injury.
Industrious.
Hardworking, diligent, and persistent in effort.
Examples:
Industrious worker. Industrious student. He was known to be very industrious and would often work late into the night.
Bonus.
An extra amount of money that is added to payment as a present or reward for good work.
Examples:
Bonus appraisal. Annual bonus. The committee abolished the controversial bonus system.
Insure.
To provide coverage in the event of loss or damage.
Examples:
Insure my house against fire. Ensure domestic tranquility. I will insure my car before I go on a road trip.
Naturally.
As might be expected, by natural manners.
Examples:
Naturally arising. Naturally regenerated forest. He was naturally gifted.
Administrator.
A person or organization responsible for managing and directing the affairs of a business, institution, government agency, or other organization, someone who administers, regulates, or supervises.
Examples:
School administrator. Network administrator. The university's administrator announced new policies regarding campus safety.
Ethical.
Of or relating to principles about what is right and wrong, or the branch of knowledge dealing with these.
Examples:
An ethical doctrine. Shoulder ethical responsibility. The president must have the highest ethical standards.
Dilemma.
A situation in which a difficult choice has to be made between two or more options, especially that are equally unfavorable ones.
Examples:
Chicken and egg dilemma. Be in a dilemma. The choice between bureaucracy and adhocracy represents a common dilemma.
Immediately.
Now or without delay.
Examples:
Immediately recall a product. Write him an answer immediately. A suspension order from the court is effective immediately.
Narcotic.
A drug or substance that dulls the senses and induces a state of lethargy or sleep. A drug that is illegal or highly regulated for medical use due to its ability to cause addiction or harm.
Examples:
Narcotic drug. Narcotic addiction. The doctor prescribed a narcotic painkiller to alleviate her chronic pain.
Deny.
To state that one refuses to admit the existence or truth of something.
Examples:
Adamantly deny killing. Deny the allegations. He is still denying stealing the money from the cash register.
Revenue.
The income that a government receives from taxes or that a company earns from its business.
Examples:
Tax revenue. Annual revenue. This graph indicates the city's tourism revenue over 5 years.
Grievance.
A real or imagined cause for complaint or protest, especially regarding an unfair or unjust treatment.
Examples:
File a grievance. A minor grievance. She had a legitimate grievance with her employer over unequal pay.
Scramble.
To move or climb quickly and awkwardly, often using your hands to help you.
Examples:
Scramble my mind. Scramble for support. Local business owners scrambled to find skilled workers.
Medication.
A drug or other form of medicine that treats, prevents, or alleviates the symptoms of the disease.
Examples:
Antibiotic medication. Medication by mouth. The pharmacist not only prescribes the medication but also guides its proper use.
Substance.
The real physical material of which a thing or person consists, the most important or main part of some idea or experience, an illegal drug.
Examples:
An explosive substance. Substance abuse problem. The substance of the argument was well presented.
Intent.
A strong determination or attention to do or achieve something. Adjective, having a strong determination to do or achieve something.
Examples:
The intent of a question. Intent gaze. The designer's intent was to create a minimalist aesthetic for the interior of the building.
Sedate.
Calm, tranquil, and composed, often as a result of being under the influence of a sedative or tranquilizer. Unhurried, deliberate, and without excessive movement or activity.
Examples:
Sedate atmosphere. Sedate patient. The sedate environment of the library was perfect for studying.
Relieve.
To make something burdensome, unpleasant, or painful less severe.
Examples:
Relieve his thirst. Relieve stress. The medicine relieved his headache, and he felt much better.
Suppose.
To think that something is likely to be actual or possible.
Examples:
Suppose you're right. Suppose beforehand. What do you suppose the culprit's motive was?
Educated.
Having received a high standard of education.
Examples:
Educated adult. Educated speech. Excellent speech is a characteristic of an educated man.
Prescribe.
Of a doctor, to advise and order the use of particular medicine or treatment for someone, especially in writing, to issue commands or orders for something.
Examples:
Prescribe a drug. Prescribe in the preceding paragraph. Federal bankruptcy laws prescribe the reorganization process.
Fashion.
A style that is popular at a particular time or place, the state of being popular.
Examples:
Go out of fashion. New fashion trends. That style is no longer in fashion.
Opioid.
Substances that have an effect similar to opium, such as morphine, used in medicines to treat severe pain, but some people take them illegally for pleasure and become addicted.
Examples:
An opioid analgesic. Opioid receptor. Treatment for opioid dependence may be a long-term process.
Profoundly.
To a great or complete degree, deeply.
Examples:
Profoundly insightful. Sleep profoundly. The novel affected her profoundly, causing her to question her beliefs and values.
Symptom.
Any sensation or change in body or mind that is experienced by a patient and is associated with a particular disease.
Examples:
Symptoms of low testosterone. Neurotic symptoms. The patient displays a symptom of a side effect.
Absolute.
Perfect or complete, or to the most considerable degree possible.
Examples:
Absolute loyalty. An absolute must. Gandhi had an absolute zeal for nonviolence.
Agony.
Extreme physical or mental pain or suffering, often prolonged or intense.
Examples:
Severe agony. Emotional agony. The athlete fell to the ground in agony after injuring their ankle.
Comprehension.
The ability to understand or grasp the meaning of something, especially through knowledge or experience.
Examples:
Comprehension level. A listening comprehension test. Her comprehension of the material was impressive for someone so young.
Acute.
Extremely sharp or severe.
Examples:
Acute pain. Acute triangle. The patient died from acute alcohol intoxication.
Relative.
Considered and evaluated through comparison with something else.
Examples:
a remote relative. Relative factors. Most countries prohibit sexual activity between certain close relatives.
Complexity.
The state or quality of being complicated or intricate and difficult to understand.
Examples:
Cognitive complexity. Complexity theory. The project's complexity made it difficult for the team to complete it on time.
Subside.
To become less intense or widespread, to sink to a lower level.
Examples:
Subside an argument. Subside after a short time. The storm subsided, leaving the town in peace.
Debilitating.
Weakening or damaging, causing a loss of strength, energy, or success.
Examples:
Debilitating virus. Debilitating effect. His debilitating illness made it difficult for him to leave the house.
Addict.
A person who cannot stop using or doing something as a habit, especially something harmful.
Examples:
A drug addict. Internet addict. We have become TV addicts due to video streaming services.
Addiction.
The inability to stop using or doing something as a habit, especially something harmful.
Examples:
Alcohol addiction. Addiction to foreign oil. He is now fighting his addiction to drugs.
Medicinal.
Of or relating to the treatment or cure of disease.
Examples:
Medicinal chemistry. Traditional medicinal. The medicinal properties of this herb have been known to help with various ailments.
Heroin.
A highly addictive and illegal drug derived from morphine, typically administered by injection and often associated with serious health problems, including overdose and addiction.
Examples:
Smoking heroin. Heroin overdose. The withdrawal symptoms from heroin can be intense and painful.
Prescription.
A written or spoken instruction that directs a medical practitioner to prescribe a specific treatment or medication for a patient.
Examples:
Prescription drugs. Fill the prescription. I need to refill my prescription for allergy medication at the pharmacy.
Soothe.
To calm or comfort someone or something, to make something less painful or uncomfortable.
Examples:
Soothe anxiety. Soothe a baby to sleep. She applied aloe vera to soothe her sunburn.
Alcohol.
A clear liquid that can make people drunk and is used in medicines, cleaning products, etc.
Examples:
Stop drinking alcohol. Diluted alcohol. There is a clear association between alcohol consumption and cognitive decline.
Marijuana.
A psychoactive drug derived from the cannabis plant, used for medicinal or recreational purposes. A drug that is illegal in some countries and states, but legal in others for specific purposes.
Examples:
recreational marijuana, medical marijuana. Studies have shown that long-term use of marijuana can have adverse effects on cognitive abilities.
Elicit.
To obtain information or a reaction from someone, usually with difficulty.
Examples:
elicit a confession, elicit a solution. Have you elicited a response from them yet?
Tolerance.
The willingness to accept or tolerate something, especially something that is different or unpleasant.
Examples:
religious tolerance, tolerance for risk. The school's diversity program aimed to promote tolerance and understanding among the students.
Resolve.
To find a suitable answer to the problems or difficulty.
Examples:
resolve a dispute, resolve the computer error. This company resolves its battery problem completely.
Pause.
To take a short break from talking or doing something before continuing.
Examples:
pause a moment, pause for a reaction. The man paused before opening the door.
Epidemic.
The widespread outbreak of a particular disease in a large number of people at the same time.
Examples:
a worldwide epidemic, health epidemic. The disease is now reaching epidemic proportions in our country.
Struggle.
To make a great effort to do something when it is difficult, or there are a lot of problems, to use force or violence to break away from restraint or constriction.
Examples:
struggle against discrimination, struggle to get the job. He could not struggle against temptation.
Unaddressed.
Not dealt with, resolved, or attended to, lacking attention or consideration.
Examples:
unaddressed risks, unaddressed letter. The community is frustrated with the unaddressed issue of crime in the area.
Intense.
Especially of a feeling, very strong, extremely sharp or severe.
Examples:
intense heat, develop intense itching. That statement by the Prime Minister drew intense international criticism.
Desperate.
Feeling or showing a lack of hope and a willingness to do anything because of the problematic situation.
Examples:
her desperate screams, Desperate attempt. He was desperate when he lost all his money by gambling.
Immediate.
Happening or done without delay or occurring shortly after something else.
Examples:
Take immediate effect. The immediate past. Both forts were subject to immediate attacks.
Avalanche.
A sudden and rapid movement of a large amount of snow, ice, rocks, or other debris down a steep slope, a rapid and overwhelming occurrence of events or circumstances.
Examples:
Avalanche warning. An avalanche of questions. The skiers narrowly escaped the avalanche by taking shelter behind a nearby rock.
Injury.
Harm done to a person's or an animal's body caused by an accident or an attack.
Examples:
Without injury. A fatal injury. My accidental injury got better right away.
Recover.
To return to a former condition, health, mind, or strength.
Examples:
Recover a loss. Recover approval ratings. She is still recovering from a shot to her shoulder.
Sustain.
To supply enough of what somebody or something needs in order to survive or exist, to accept as valid.
Examples:
Sustain a good relationship with him. Sustain a wellness lifestyle. She struggled to sustain the children's reading habits.
Crystal.
A solid material with many even sides that is formed naturally when the substance becomes solid and has a highly regular atomic structure. Clear and colorless glass made of almost pure silica.
Examples:
Liquid crystal. Crystal analyses. A vast crystal chandelier glittered brightly above us.
Strategy.
A detailed plan of action designed to achieve a long-term or overall goal.
Examples:
Military strategy. Develop a strategy. Our plan includes a comprehensive marketing strategy.
Identical.
Being the exact same one.
Examples:
Pair of identical twins. An identical equation. Infant formulas are nutritionally almost identical to a mother's breast milk.
Physiological.
Relating to the normal functioning of living organisms and their organs and systems, concerning the physical or biochemical processes and activities that occur within the body.
Examples:
Physiological response. Physiological activity. The doctor explained the various physiological changes that occur during pregnancy.
Toxic.
Of or relating to or caused by a poison, poisonous.
Examples:
Toxic molecule. Exposure to toxic chemicals. This chemical compound is 1,000-fold more toxic.
Pervasive.
Spreading or existing throughout every part of a thing or place.
Examples:
pervasive language. The pervasive odor of garlic. Suspicion and worry were pervasive in our minds.
Pornography.
Materials such as films, photographs, or written descriptions that depict or describe sexual activity graphically or explicitly, often intended to be sexually arousing.
Examples:
pornography addiction. Violent pornography. The rise of digital technology has made the sharing of pornography easier than ever before.
Define.
To state or explain precisely the nature, scope, or meaning of something.
Examples:
define a word. Define my position. To advance this discussion, we must define success rigorously.
Solace.
Comfort or consolation in a time of distress, sadness, or disappointment. Verb, to comfort or console someone in a time of distress, loss, or suffering.
Examples:
solace in music. Offer solace. The grieving widow found solace in reading her late husband's letters.
Unavoidable.
Impossible to avoid or evade, inevitable.
Examples:
an unavoidable accident. Under unavoidable circumstances. There are now fears that war is unavoidable.
Trauma.
An emotional wound or shock often has long-lasting effects caused by a highly upsetting or shocking experience.
Examples:
psychic trauma. Trauma care. Many civilians have suffered trauma as a result of the war.
Combine.
To join or merge to form a single thing or group.
Examples:
combine chemically with another substance. Combine augmented reality. Hydrogen and oxygen combine to form water.
Healthcare.
The organized activity or business of preserving mental and physical health by preventing or treating illness through services offered by the health profession.
Examples:
healthcare agency. Rising healthcare cost. In an aging population, citizens must pay more to maintain quality healthcare.
Primarily.
Mainly.
Examples:
intended primarily for young people. Primarily affect adults. All peaceful cooperation is based primarily on mutual trust.
Pharmaceutical.
Relating to the production and selling of the medical drugs.
Examples:
major pharmaceutical companies. Commercial pharmaceutical products. She gave money to help set up a pharmaceutical laboratory.
Aim.
To try or plan to get or achieve something.
Examples:
Aim at a specific target. Aim to be a nurse. We aim for an overseas expansion.
Profit.
Money that is earned in business or by selling things after deducting the costs involved.
Examples:
Gross profit. Make a profit. This business yields little profit.
Regulation.
An official rule made and maintained by a government or some other authority, the act of controlling or directing something according to a rule.
Examples:
A company regulation. Regulation by the government. The regulation approved by Congress was perfunctorily implemented.
Manipulate.
To influence or control something or someone to your advantage, often in an unfair or dishonest way.
Examples:
Manipulate figures. Vulnerable to manipulate. Please tell me how to manipulate this computer.
Midst.
The middle part of people or things.
Examples:
In the midst of the crowd. In the midst of a scandal. He remained serene in the midst of turbulence.
Surgeon.
A doctor who is trained to perform medical operations that involve cutting open a person's body.
Examples:
An excellent brain surgeon. Army surgeon. He is a skilled surgeon that has many years of training and experience.
Crisis.
A time of great disagreement, confusion, or danger when problems must be resolved or critical decisions must be taken.
Examples:
Financial crisis. Crisis management. The Chinese word for crisis comprises two characters, one for danger and the other for opportunity.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
Nation-state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Worsen.
To become or make something worse.
Examples:
Worsen a relation. Worsen the food problem. Unilateral import bans have worsened that country's terms of trade.
Refer.
To direct someone's attention, thoughts, or questions to another source or person, to mention, cite, or allude to something as evidence or support.
Examples:
Refer to a book. Refer to a map. Please refer to the instruction manual for further assistance.
Pandemic.
An outbreak of a disease that affects many people over a very wide area.
Examples:
Flu pandemic. Global pandemic. They fear a pandemic of a new type of virus.
Glimpse.
A brief or partial view, the act of seeing something or someone for a very short time or only partly.
Examples:
A momentary glimpse. Passing glimpse. Our team caught a glimpse of the world-class technique in this game.
Overdose.
Excessive and dangerous ingestion or application of a drug.
Examples:
Overdose of alcohol. Opioid overdose. It would help if you refrained from an overdose of caffeine.
Preliminary.
Serving as a preparation for something more important or extensive, introductory, taking place before the main event or decision.
Examples:
Preliminary investigation. Preliminary agreement. Before starting the project, we need to go through some preliminary research and planning.
Trend.
A general direction in which something is changing or developing.
Examples:
An international trend. The trend away from television. The oil price continued their downward trend.
Surpass.
To be or do better than someone or something. To excel or go beyond the limits or standards of something.
Examples:
Surpass imagination. Surpass $20 billion in sales. The athlete's record-breaking performance surpassed all expectations.
Automobile.
A road vehicle that has four wheels and is powered by an engine, used for transporting people or goods.
Examples:
Driverless automobile. Automobile insurance. The automobile industry is a major contributor to air pollution in cities.
Accident.
An unfortunate event, especially one causing damage or injury.
Examples:
Cause an accident. Injury in a car accident. The accident partially destroyed my vehicle.
Appalling.
Causing horror or shock, deeply disturbing or offensive, extremely bad or unpleasant.
Examples:
Appalling crimes. Appalling behavior. The condition of that old house was appalling.
Guise.
The outward appearance or aspect of someone or something, especially in a way that is different from usual or concealing the true nature.
Examples:
In the guise of a woman. Under the guise of friendship. They operated an illegal business under the guise of an employment agency.
Bunch.
A grouping of several similar things which are growing or fastened together.
Examples:
a bunch of trees, a bunch of schoolgirls. One bad apple spoils the whole bunch.
Junk.
Discarded or unused material or objects, often considered worthless or of little value, also used to describe cheap or poorly made items or food that is high in calories but lacking in nutrition.
Examples:
Junk mail, hunk of junk. I need to clear out some of the junk in my garage.
Disease.
A disorder or illness that affects the body or mind, often characterized by specific symptoms or abnormal functioning of organs or systems.
Examples:
Disease prevention, disease control. The doctor diagnosed him with a rare disease that had no known cure.
Acuity.
The ability to perceive or discern with a high degree of accuracy and sensitivity, sharpness or keenness of senses, especially vision or hearing.
Examples:
Mental acuity, hearing acuity. The optometrist tested my visual acuity by asking me to read various sized letters on a chart.
Intervention.
The action or process of being done to improve or help a circumstance, often they have not been asked to do so.
Examples:
Intervention by foreign powers, surgical intervention. This intervention does not require the patient's consent.
Educate.
To provide or receive instruction or training over a period of time at a school, university, etc.
Examples:
Educate student, educate public. The school's mission is to educate young children and prepare them for the future.
Rehabilitate.
To restore to good health or physical condition, to help someone return to a normal life, especially after a period of illness, addiction, or imprisonment.
Examples:
Rehabilitate prisoners, rehabilitate wildlife. The organization works to rehabilitate drug addicts and help them rebuild their lives.
Improve.
To make or become better.
Examples:
Improve a process, improve the test score. We want to improve ties between our two countries.
Eliminate.
To remove or get rid of someone or something.
Examples:
Eliminate contestants, eliminate sexual barriers. We can eliminate this possibility from those consumptions.
Stigma.
A mark of shame or disgrace associated with a particular circumstance, quality, or person.
Examples:
Social stigma, stigma against obesity. The mental health stigma often prevents people from seeking treatment.
Reform.
The act of improving or correcting something wrong or bad. Verb, to make a change in something to correct a flaw or improve it.
Examples:
Economic reform. Reform movement. The government is proposing a reform to the healthcare system to make it more accessible and affordable for all citizens.
Responsible.
Answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management.
Examples:
Responsible action. Responsible for customer service. She's a responsible pet owner who ensures her dog gets enough exercise and a healthy diet.
Lean.
Having a noticeably small amount of body fat. Verb, to bend or move from a straight to a sloping posture.
Examples:
A lean horse. Lean athletic figure. Lean operational improvements often lead to better environmental performance.
Quitter.
A person who gives up easily or does not have the determination to finish what they have started.
Examples:
Easy quitter. Serial quitter. He was labeled as a quitter after he abandoned the project halfway.
Relief.
A feeling of happiness and relaxation that comes when something burdensome is removed or reduced.
Examples:
Tax relief. Sigh of relief. He devoted his life to establishing a humanitarian relief fund.
Attempt.
An act or effort of trying to do something, especially something difficult.
Examples:
The attempt to rescue the hostages. A reckless attempt. The third attempt was far more successful.
Willingness.
The state of being ready or inclined to do something.
Examples:
Willingness to help. Indicate a willingness to change. Her willingness to help others earned her many friends.
Continuum.
A series of similar items in which no part or portion is distinct or distinguishable from adjacent parts.
Examples:
A space-time continuum. The continuum of events. Our life is a continuum of experience in which events pass from the future through the present to the past.
Consecutive.
Following in a sequence or order without interruption or break, occurring one after another.
Examples:
Consecutive holidays. Suffer consecutive defeats. The athlete won 3 consecutive championships in her sport.
Grief.
A very great sadness, especially when somebody dies.
Examples:
Have grief and sorrow. A lot of grief. Each person has a unique grief experience.
Refuse.
To show that one is not willing to do or accept something.
Examples:
Refuse a request. Refuse the company. My initial reaction was to refuse.
Fortunate.
Having good luck or lucky.
Examples:
Fortunate situation. Less fortunate person. He was pretty fortunate to pass the exam.
Psychology.
The scientific study of mind and behavior.
Examples:
Psychology experiment. Psychology of crowd. She had a master's degree in psychology.
Imply.
To indicate the truth or existence of something without referring to it.
Examples:
Imply a strong correlation. Imply the presence of alien. The salespeople speak in technical terms to imply that they are more knowledgeable than the customer.
Suffer.
To experience pain, distress, or hardship, to undergo or endure something painful or unpleasant.
Examples:
Suffer a setback. Suffer bad grades. The older man suffers from arthritis and finds it difficult to move around.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Elevate.
To raise something from a lower to a higher position, to give a promotion to or assign to a higher position.
Examples:
Elevate educational standards. Elevate a close relationship. Eating food in a hurry elevates blood glucose levels.
Function.
The purpose or use of an object, system, or process, a particular activity or operation that is designed to serve a specific purpose, a mathematical concept that describes a relationship between two sets of values, called the input and output sets. Verb, to operate or work in a specific way, or to perform a particular task or purpose.
Examples:
Function properly. Immune function. The brain is an incredibly complex organ that controls the body's function.
Achieve.
To successfully complete a task or goal, often through hard work, perseverance, and dedication, to attain or accomplish something that one has set out to do.
Examples:
Achieve success. Achieve milestones. I will work hard to achieve my goals and realize my dreams.
Audit.
An official inspection of the accounting procedures and records of business by a trained accountant or CPA that is independent of the subject, a methodical inspection or review of a specific condition or situation.
Examples:
Audit the books. Audit accounts. Our company will be audited by an accountant next week.
Ache.
To experience a dull, persistent pain or discomfort, typically of moderate or low intensity, to feel a continuous dull pain.
Examples:
Ache abominably. Ache all the time. I ache all over after running a marathon yesterday.
Heal.
To make a wound or injury to become well again.
Examples:
Heal a broken bone. Heal the hurt mind. It will take time for her mental scars to heal.
Therapy.
The act of caring for someone through medication, remedial training, etc.
Examples:
Therapy for a patient. Field of gene therapy. I underwent aversion therapy for my addiction to alcohol.
Jail.
A facility where criminals are kept to be punished for their crimes, a prison.
Examples:
County jail. Be in jail. The police escorted the prisoner to the jail.
Overnight.
Lasting for or occurring during one night, occurring or changing extremely quickly or suddenly, happening or being achieved in a short amount of time.
Examples:
Overnight parking. Overnight success. The overnight package delivery arrived at my door this morning.
Progression.
The act or process of changing to the next stage or phase or moving forward.
Examples:
Progression of civilization. Progression of disease. The company has made great strides in its progression towards sustainability.
Courage.
The ability to face danger, difficulty, uncertainty, or pain without being overcome by fear or despair. The quality of being brave or courageous.
Examples:
Mental courage. Inspire courage. It takes a lot of courage to stand up for what you believe is right.